Good evening, my name is André Fernandez and I'm going to do the third part of the presentation for the Facebook case related with the control system, the backup plan, and what the company actually did, followed by the little tips for the ratio analysis of the company. For the control system, we will analyze the progress of each functional area. As mentioned in the implementation, it is critical for each functional area to work together with a good communication to achieve the ultimate goal. It has to be a common pathway that every functional area has to follow parallel to the following. One functional area cannot work properly without the continuous support of the rest. The strategy implementation will be monitored with meetings and reports from each department. Those reports will be revised by the management functional area to make sure that everything is on track as planned. Some of the major duties of each functional area are the following. Management will make sure that the planning Management will make sure that the planning, organization, and motivation of the strategy is completed and carried out at every moment. Marketing will make sure that all the actual results against anticipated performance. It will revise all the feedbacks and surveys from all the users to make sure that the new product is getting well accepted on the community, and then it's reuniting all the characteristics that the users needed in order to feel safer using the platform. Finance accounting, it's in charge of monitoring the budget to fund the new product. Basically, we make sure that each department is not spending more or less than what it was planned at the very beginning, making sure that there is no any losses or that one of the functional areas is not working properly and they're spending more money than they should, which can bring the whole strategy down. Research and development is in charge of measuring that the product is able to flag on any abnormality banned for Facebook. So, for example, like the major problem if there is any leak of information about users. So this department have to make sure that they get the notification, it get flagged on time for them to catch it quick and be able to solve the problem as soon as possible. Human resources is in charge of control the performance of all the staff in charge of the new product. As we said, it's a new product, it's never developed before, so the employees have to be well trained and ready to challenge and work on the conditions that the new system requires. The legal department, due to its complexity, the new product will be carefully checking and reading everything that every single user is posting within seconds. So, which means that the product, this new automatic intelligence, is going to be reading and seeing everything that goes within the platform. So there is some rumors of people saying that if it's going to break the intimacy of the users and the user end up being comfortable knowing that everything is getting scanned in twice looking for problems. So basically the legal department has to make sure that this new product is not going beyond the barriers that they want it to go. Managing information system is in charge of the manipulation of the user's information. How could I say, this travel of data, it's it's being processed within the boundaries of the company. For the backup plan, we decided that unrelated diversification would be the best choice, which means is basically is the process of adding new or unrelated product or services. Facebook wasn't in this hypothetical case, Facebook wasn't capable enough to keep up with the project of the Romanian intelligence duties, and problems will still arising. So some users were stopping from using the platform because they weren't feeling comfortable, they weren't feeling safe about keeping their information in that. So Facebook will purchase a security company that is already specialized and has been working for a long time on that sector, so they will know exactly how to do and how to react to maintain Facebook's Facebook main goal. And it would be a secure investment. The increase in security will result in lower risk and higher returns. And the company that we will decide to purchase in case we need to use this backup plan, it will be Private Core. That's the name of the company. What Facebook actually did, Facebook in 2015 actually had a really bad start of the year due to the whole drama and controversy that was floating around social media news about the company. Things got even worse when all the political controversy about Russian getting involved on political campaign to achieve some outcomes from it. That didn't help Facebook. Users complained, things were getting messier for Facebook, and they didn't know what to do to avoid people from keep talking and making it even worse. It wasn't until the controversies got even worse when Facebook declared state that the automated intelligence strategy wouldn't be fully finished until 2020, which that annoyed users, and they lost their confidence in these new promises that Facebook made with the automated intelligence. Well, despite all this controversy, Facebook actually had one really good year when it comes to advertising revenues. Facebook made around 6 billion on revenues on the first quarter 2015, whereas they made 3.69 billion the previous year. So even all this drama was going on, we can tell that they made a lot of profits. Also, really important, a really data that I found in 2015, for every dollar spent in online advertising for all the brands, 85 cents was going to either Facebook or Google. So that's how dominant Facebook is still on the advertising sector, even though there's a lot of controversies surrounding them. For the ratio analysis, I don't have much time, so I'm gonna go through what I saw. There was a bigger variance between the industry and the company, and I'm gonna explain really quick what it is. The gross profit margin is basically measures the higher is the ratio, the more sufficient the funds are to cover cost. As we can tell, the industry has 62%, where Facebook has 82%. That is pretty good for Facebook. It basically doesn't have any problem covering its cost. So even though they're trying to do all these investments and trying to improve, they still have money enough to do it. A fun fact is 95% of the revenues from Facebook comes from advertising. Operating profit margin is basically the ability to manage the costs and expenses associated with the operations of the company. In this case, the industry has 24% and Facebook has 40%. It's almost double from the industry. So once again, that indicates how well Facebook is was still doing as a leader in the advertising sector in social media. Net profit margin is a percentage of revenue after expenses and taxes. The industry was in 19% and Facebook was in 23.6%. Sorry, it's not a really big change, but I wanted to mark this point because it was really it got me how Facebook has been fighting against the government for many years to bring the taxes down, because Facebook is paying 40% of the taxes to the government. So their main goal is to bring these taxes down so they can increase the net profit margin. Current ratio is the ability to pay its debt. As we can see, Facebook, the industry is 1.6 times when Facebook has 9.6%. I mean 9.6 times. That is a huge difference, and that's how it's shown that Facebook has almost with or none debt at all whatsoever. So once again, it's another important detail of how well Facebook is still doing financially. The debt to assets measure the extent which borrow funds have been used to finance the firm's operations, and the industry has 64.5 times. That means they need to make use of the stocks, of the investments that donors and stakeholders are doing to fund the operations of the company. In this case, Facebook has 0.1 times. That means they don't use the money of the funds that they have borrowed. They have plenty of money enough to support their investments. And that's all for my part, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.